Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and believe it or not, we're 1 month away from the longest day of the year. About 30 days away from the first day of summer, and it's going to feel like summer across most of the country, especially the eastern half. Here on our Monday, look at all the warm air in place. We're talking about 80s, 90s, and even possibly some triple digits down around the Texas area. Very chilly up into the northern Rockies, but some of that cool air now is going to be working its way towards the east. On Tuesday, we can start seeing the transitional things that are happening across the country. We have what was that all about? In 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and believe it or not, we're about 30 days away from the first day of summer. So the bottom line is that sun is very intense. If you're heading out, make sure you put a lot of sun lotion on. But as we work our way into this work week, well, we're going to start off dry and very warm, but then we're going to end up pretty much on a soggy note. First, temperatures. Here on Monday, take a look at a large area of the country in temperatures well above normal. Normal high temperatures well in the 70s right here in the Ohio Valley. We're going to be in the 80s. In fact, if the weekend was actually fairly nice and fairly warm. Humidity levels now are starting to increase as well, so it's going to feel a little bit more uncomfortable. Here on Monday, you can see a large area well above normal. Certainly temperatures in the 80s and 90s. By Tuesday, the next system that's going to be affecting the Midwest takes aim. It's up in the high plains, still very warm across most of the country, at least the eastern half of the country, still very chilly out in the Rockies. By Wednesday, the system moves up into Canada, but the cold front is going to swing behind it, and it's going to start bringing in some cooler air. Cooler air is relative. It's going to still feel fairly warm, but it's not going to be the oppressive 80s and 90s that we'll be seeing here on Monday and Tuesday. This is on our Wednesday. Also, there's going to be precipitation in this area of the country. Still very warm across the eastern southeast and as well as the south. Here on Thursday, notice yellow temperature again, reflecting normal temperatures. We're starting to see a little bit cooler air, still fairly warm up in the plains, but then we have another system that's going to work its way in by the end of the week, and that's going to keep unsettled weather in this part of the country. And we're going to see, again, precipitation as we head on into that part. Here on Friday, temperatures get a little bit warmer ahead of the next system. So the bottom line is that when we get some sunshine, it's not going to take long for temperatures to really warm up. So we're going to be a little bit above normal here in the Midwest on our Friday. And you can see some yellows showing up in the Tennessee Valley. That's where most of the precipitation is going to be hanging around for our Friday. But then the next system comes in, and it's going to bring in a little bit cooler air. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned on Monday, most of the activity is going to be centered around the Great Lakes. A couple of showers here in the Midwest and the Tennessee Valley, and also out in the Rockies. On Tuesday, you can see potentially some severe weather up in the high plains as the system starts getting its act together. It's also going to bring in some stronger winds, a couple of showers, mainly some afternoon instability showers for the Ohio Valley, but nothing really to worry about at this point. But by Wednesday, the next cold front moves in. We could be looking at some showers and some thunderstorms right here in the Midwest and the Ohio Valley, stretching back towards Texas. Very unsettled up in the Rockies, and that's also going to bring in those cooler temperatures for you. On Thursday, the system kind of hangs around. It's going to be a little bit wet, and it's also going to start working its way up into the Northeast. The Great Lakes dries out, still very active up in the high plains. And then on Friday, you can see again more precipitation, more concentrated along the Tennessee Valley and up in the Great Lakes area. We could be looking at some severe weather for you there. Now, I expanded this map out a little bit. There's a system out into the Atlantic. It's actually going to be sitting right around here on Thursday. It's going to be pushing its way out into the Atlantic. We're getting close to now hurricane season. Nothing to worry about for us here in Florida or the eastern seaboard. So there you have it. It's going to be very warm and dry to start our week, and it's going to be a little bit cooler and very wet as we end the week. I'm George, the Weather Dad.